All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening to another episode of Fullbuddy Cast, Fullbuddy Fantasy Football. Last week, Corey put up an amazing, what'd you call that? Graphic. And we put it out there. Really cool. Should we do that weekly too to go with our picks? I'll release this on like Saturday night.
Can they be different?
Yeah. Say what?
Can I say something here and then the graphic changes it?
It might change. It might change, but because we know that Jared Skelly listens on Saturday, takes notes, put the green visor tax hat on, and then starts crunching numbers and doing the opposite of what we do. By the way, how is Skarey Skelly doing in his league?
I think he's 1-1.
You have to look.
Well, how are you, Corey?
I'm 1-1.
How are you overall in all your leagues?
Why are we bringing this up? If people have listened, they know.
No, it's next week.
This is this weekend.
Oh, they haven't heard yet?
We just like to know.
If you haven't heard yet, I'm undefeated.
Craig, what's your...
I am 1-1 in both leagues.
Nice. I am 0-2 in the league that in both the leagues that I really love. I really love these two leagues, and then the other ones that I like a lot, I'm 1-1, and a couple ones that I'm like cool with 2-0. But the ones I really love, I'm 0-2.
Too many leagues. Retire.
Dude, I'm in like 10 leagues. And so you're retiring next year from a couple? What ones are you got to see in the Fullbuddy one, though.
It's on the chopping block.
No, it's not.
I have my two original
Just because I beat you last week?
You know what? If you can make the Fullbuddy League a dynasty league and get enough people to stick around for the next 10 years, then I'll be in. That's the only thing I'm interested in now.
If I get Sarah Johnson to stick around, I'll do that. All right. We talk about who we're starting, who we're sitting, and who we're grabbing off the waiver wire. And then we'll do our Lock of the Week Survivor pick, which I sucked at because the Eagles are a way better team than I thought they were. Craig, who are you starting?
This week, for starting, it goes against my waiver pick of last week, but I'm okay with it. I'm starting David Montgomery at Houston, right? I said to go out, pick up Herbert on my waiver wire last week. That was a wrong decision. David Montgomery is going to be the man there. He actually proved it last week. I think he's doing good. I am also starting Kyle Pitts. Now, granted, a lot of people would have started him anyway, but he's only got thrown to 10 times over the last 2 weeks, so people might be a little hesitant to start him. He's playing the Seahawks this week. He very well could get thrown to 10 times this week. Start him.
Lock it.
Lock it in. Okay. Starting those. Go ahead.
I got Miles Sanders. Start him. Washington gives up the 5th most points to fantasy running backs. And I also have David Montgomery because the Texans are 29th against the run, and those running backs should have good weeks. Who are you starting, Travis?
I'm starting James Robinson. I said this a couple weeks ago. Called it. Travis Etienne is going to be not running back RB1 anymore. You're going to see James Robinson running the ball like crazy. He's running over the LA Chargers. LA Chargers gave up a lot of yards to CEH, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, for the Chiefs. And I want to start Mike Gesicki. I feel like right now Tua they're going to be really covering Waddle. They're going to be really covering Hill. I feel like Gesicki, he didn't do so well week 1, but he kind of kicked it into gear week 2. And let's see, what did he get week 2? He got 40. What did he get? He got a TD and 41 yards and four receptions. So I think you're going to see more production out of him. Who are you benching, Corey?
So my bench is Scary Terry versus the Eagles because he's got to play Slay. And I don't know. I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on Wentz going back there to play well. I think he's going to try to force it.
Talk into the mic.
I think that they're going to try to force the ball. And I think that Slay has been on fire. So I think it's going to have a hard time for Scary Terry. And then I'm not saying to bench him because if you got him on the waiver wire, you probably paid a lot. I think in our league, he went for like $150. But Tua, you're going to find out if he's for real because he doesn't have a soft matchup. He's playing the Bills defense.
Bills defense is hurt, though.
And you're going to find out if he's real or not. He's not that is not going to be a 6-touchdown game, and he's not going to be that every week.
He might.
Week one he threw for a touchdown.
You don't know that.
I don't know what happened week 1.
Stats don't lie.
So I think it comes down to the coach being creative with the way they use the receivers, because once they start turning the defenses onto them, like you said, to use Gesicki or use something else or motion them different to see if Tua can keep up or not. I'm not saying bench him. I'm just saying temper your expectations.
You want me to go? You're not
Go
going to
ahead.
go? All right.
You go.
2 I got here. Robert Woods. How about those Titans?
They're crazy.
How about them trying to get a number 1 receiver? How's he been doing? Ha! Miss A.J. Brown? I think so.
Not the Eagles. Eagles love A.J. Brown.
So, yeah.
Titans are in a tough division.
I'm sitting Robert Woods. And also, might have went and picked him up on waiver wires. Might be trying to ride the train. Wentz. Throwing more touchdowns to his old team than he is the new team this week. Bench him!
Bench him. Wow, bench him.
For whence he came.
I would be benching for Shao any Viking wide receiver. I mean,
you ain't benching just.
I mean, don't. If you're sitting with 3 wide receivers and you're looking at like, man, I should probably, obviously, but like if you got Adam Thielen on your, like, good luck. He's a fart bucket. He'll probably do well.
Because he heard that. Call me a fart bucket, I tell you.
I would say bench wise, gosh, man. I mean, Derrick Henry is not there yet. But this is the week where he has to prove himself. He's playing the 29th ranked defense, the Las Vegas Raiders. So if at this point you may be looking to flex Derrick Henry after this week if he doesn't produce well. It's hard to do. Let me tell you that.
Buy low.
But I'm going to be benching more than likely, unless I have to play him. I mean, Rashad Penny at this point is a definite bench. You just bench Rashad Penny at this point. You bench any Seahawk wide receiver that as well. But I might be benching Aaron Jones. Tampa Bay has the 2nd ranked run defense, and so that's scary to.
If you have
to do that.
Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon, you have to choose one. Which one you can?
I'm
play.
choosing AJ Dillon.
You're gonna choose it
only because they're going to
line.
use him on the goal line. And so
did you, not to interrupt this whole thing, but did you guys see the line for that game?
no,
So every time that Rodgers and Brady have played each other, the line has been set at 51 or above points,
really,
right? The line is been bought down, or it was down like by 40, like 42.
Wow,
They think it's going to be all defense.
just a snooze fest.
Yeah, they think it's, and I mean, very well could be, especially the points you guys are bringing up with the running backs and who either quarterback to throw to.
A lot of hurt, right?
Exactly.
Cole Beasley.
Waiver wire possible.
camp?
Waiver wire.
could be. Could be. All right, I'm going to start off with grab off the waiver wire. Panthers defense. I don't really recommend defenses on grabbing on the waiver wire, but they're playing New Orleans, and Jameis Winston is a turnover machine. And so you could probably get some sacks in there. He'll try to scramble out and get hit. He'll just throw the ball. So if you are like looking for possibly a defense just for that week to kind of hopefully get you a little extra points, you've got the Panthers defense there. Mike Evans suspended. If Julio Jones plays, is questionable, and no one's grabbed him yet. Go grab Julio Jones. I drafted him thinking he'd be the next Antonio Brown. He did very well week 1, and then he got injured, and he's been questionable ever
The
since.
next Antonio Brown. So he does the TB12 program and then
And then quits.
Then goes crazy and storms out the field.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roid rage. Who you guys grabbing?
So I am going
Get into the microphone.
first. Tyler Algier, the
Okay.
Falcons running back. Stash him because they're splitting carries now. They both got 10 carries last game, and he's more of a traditional running back than Patterson is. So pick him up and stash him. And I'm doubling down on Juwan Johnson, the tight end for New Orleans, because Winston might throw interceptions, but he also just throws the ball 30, 40 times a game. And he's got tight end 1 targets. It just hasn't panned out to the stats yet, but he's getting enough targets, and the tight end position is like a wasteland. So I would also stash him just in case that ever works out. He's going to put up 1 numbers.
Okay.
Here we go. We've been doing this a while now.
What do you
This
mean?
might be the first time ever
A kicker.
on Fullbuddy Fantasy
That 2 people said defense.
that I have. No.
Oh.
My waiver are 2 people from the same team,
Whoa.
and the team is the New York Jets. Looking at Garrett Wilson, Tyler Conklin.
How they looking?
They're looking good.
Look at there, Bruce.
They're looking good. Especially if you're looking for a tight end this week. Maybe you don't know if Kittle's going to be
Kittle's
in or
playing.
out. They say that now, but you don't know how he's going to be. You need a tight end.
Yeah.
Conklin against the Bengals. Bengals are giving up 211 yards a game passing. Conklin's been hitting it good. Might be a good pickup.
211 yards a game receiving. It's a match made in heaven. Flacco didn't look bad.
Flacco is he's playing.
People
he's
are
playing
wacko for
super
Flacco
well.
again.
All right, who's our lock of the week?
I'm glad you caught that.
Who's our lock of the week?
So my lock, and this is assuming that Justin Herbert is healthy, is Chargers over Jags.
That's 50-50.
Dude, that is Jags looked decent last week.
Who'd they play?
Who'd they play?
Shut up.
I think they played the Titans. and they blew out the Titans.
They destroyed the Colts.
Oh, they play the Colts?
Yeah. Did they?
In
that-
Jacksonville.
is
Colts can't win in Florida.
Is that what happened?
Colts can't go to Florida and win.
That's swamp water.
Let's go. Lock of the week. And then we'll get to Skarey Skelleys.
Lock of the week.
Redskins over
Eagles over anybody that Wentz is playing for at the time. This week, it's the Commodores, Commanders, whatever they call themselves. Lock it.
The Commodores are playing a concert?
playing the Commodores. All right. My lock of the week is you said Chargers over
I really want
Cardinals?
the Jags to lose. Leave me alone.
Chiefs over Colts. That is a lock. that is the hardest lock I've ever had in my life.
I did a pick 'em.
Yeah.
And out of just principle, I picked the Colts. Did you look? I'm the only one of like 30 people.
How's that going this year?
I won the first week.
Yeah, he did.
$225.
Guess what? Just like my fantasy season. Going amazing.
So if you get on that email list, you must just get it from then on out, even if you're not doing it.
What do you mean? Are you? Is that what you're?
Yes, I just keep getting emails.
Well,
I
then
don't
buy
read them.
in. It's $5 a week.
You can buy in for the rest of the season.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to do these real quick for you guys. We're going to do the Skarey Skelleys, but I want to do this real quick. 2-0 teams playing against each other. Bills, Dolphins, go.
Bills.
You've got 2 0-T teams going. Raiders, Titans, go.
Did you say Ovaltine?
You get 2 Ovaltine teams going.
Raiders.
Raiders playing who?
Titans.
Yeah, Raiders. I need that division I need the AFC South to make somebody win the division with 7 wins.
You got Monday Night Football, Cowboys versus the Giants.
Oh, Giants all the way.
Oh, the Cowboys.
That pains me to say that. I hope both teams tie.
the
I
Giants-
hope for a tie.
hope they both win.
The Giants' defense has looked pretty decent this year.
The Giants have looked way better than they should.
Yeah.
All right, 2 questions from Carrie Kelly. Skarey Kelly's Winston or Brady? Yeah, it's that bad, he says.
What?
Winston
To start Winston or Brady?
or Brady? Yeah, it's that bad.
This week, that's such a...
Who's Winston playing
if
again?
you
You
look
got to stay loyal to your
no,
quarterback,
if you-
Bruce.
I know, but if you look at that
He's coached
question...
both of them.
If you look at... Yeah, that's true. It's true.
Winston had his best season under him.
So,
That's true.
But if you look at that question, it doesn't seem like it's that hard of an answer. But actually it is. This week especially, I think against Green Bay, he does got no receivers. I'm going Winston.
Jameis Winston, I just saw go play the Panthers defense.
Nope.
You want to do
going
a
Winston.
friendly bet between the Panthers and the want to do a $5 bet?
What's the bet?
Well, I'm saying that the Panthers are going to win.
You
I don't care about that. You ask stat-wise. Do you start Brady or Winston?
$5 bet, Panthers Saints, and you want the Panthers.
Yeah.
Sure.
You just want to not owe me money. That was the weirdest, horriblest, evilest laugh I've ever heard.
And start Jameis Winston now.
All right, is that yours? Okay.
Yep, $5 worth.
Yeah. Number 2, do you believe in Tua? Somebody spent 150 out of 400 free agent made up tokens on him. It was Lee who was taking the season and only interested in trading him later for picks.
That is true.
I would not have spent 150 on him, but I do believe that this is his coming out season, and I do believe he's going to be a good quarterback. I don't know if it's going to be the top 5 quarterback in the league, but he's going to be good.
I think he's top 10 for sure. Just because of the offensive mind that he's working with.
Yeah,
and
what's that guy's name?
McDaniels.
Yeah.
And I think that
I read an article.
you're seeing the offense be around him now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You're letting him do stuff that he didn't get a chance to do before, and this is what's happening, at least so far.
All right. Well, there we have it. You got the Skarey Skelleys. Corey, anything to add on the old Tua? How do you handle? Are you okay with someone tanking?
He's not tanking.
Okay.
You're only the second week of the season. How did you already tank?
I don't know.
He traded all his picks away because he had to.
Oh, this
year's draft, and he has all of his picks before the 7th round next year. He's loaded, and so his interest is in next year more than this year.
Yeah,
but he's also fielding a starting team that I guarantee still wins 5 to 6 games.
So he can keep his head coaching job. Is what you're saying?
Yes.
Heading into next season. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening. Give us questions as well, and remember, you don't do the opposite unless you want to win.
Then start all your Eagles.
If you want to win.
Yeah.
If you want to win. If you want to fly like an eagle. If you want to get bucked off like a colt.
Start Matt Ryan.
Football. Fantasy.